All right, welcome to the channel. Let's see if y'all can hear me now. Okay, welcome to the channel. This is Clarity Empress, the Empress of Clarity, here to bring you a collective energy reading for my Clarity Empress collective. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Comment in the comment section or the chat and let me know if the reading resonates with you. And if this is your first time, welcome. If not, welcome back. Thank you for being here. I feel like this is on top of me. Peace. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, good. I just pulled up. I just did the first one and then nobody can hear me. So the first, now what was I even saying? Oh, um, somebody has somebody in their energy. I can't remember what I was saying, but it's they're in the past energy. They're too much concerned with actual matters. So, damn. I was saying how whoever is in or was in your life, this person is like wanting you to cross your boundaries. That makes sense, right? This person wants you to cross your boundaries. They don't want you to be able to push back. They want to see if you'll still hurt yourself to be in their energy. Hurt yourself to accommodate them. You know what I'm saying? Allow them to cross your boundaries. And they have too much concerns with actual matters, whether it's you with them or you with others. And that's the first card out. Tell me more, Spirit. Oh, Queen Soul comes back. She pointed out she couldn't hear. And we got Firecracker, excitement. This person brings a lot of energy into your life, good or bad, but they bringing it. Tell me more, Spirit. Oops. Yeah, strong emotion, passion, love, or hate. I feel like you like them or you love them, or you love them and you like them. Thanks for coming to the channel. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you ring that bell. That way you're notified anytime I come on and you don't miss a thing. All right, tell me more, Spirit. Hi, Vihan. This is a collective reading tonight. Just want to make sure you know that. This is collective energy only. Live donation readings are tomorrow evening. Hi, Zing VS. I don't know if I could even say that right. Okay, we got Broken Ring and a challenge and a lesson. Broken Ring is parting of the ways, either romance or business. It's somebody is having a difficult time with y'all parting of the ways. Tell me more, Spirit. And then beware of great pride. Ooh, somebody was peacocking you. What's up, Queen Soul? How you doing, sister? So we got somebody was trying to show off and get your attention. And they had a lot of pride. They thought this is somebody who they felt like passion was going to sustain a relationship. They thought that if you liked them, that's all that needed. That's all they needed. And that they could show off a little bit and then keep your attention. Well, say elevated evening, sis. I've been saying elevated. What did I say? Elevated awakenings. I love that. And we got wind chimes, peace and harmony. Now, last couple nights that I've done readings and I got peace, it's due to your clarity and your understanding, right? It gives you a peace of mind, no more confusion. Like you're not taking this person, um, I don't want to say for granted, but it's like you're not. This person can't confuse you anymore. You know when you are in a situation that you pause on ending because you're unsure if you should end it, if it's going in the right direction. They may be giving you mixed signals. One minute they're apologizing or they're soothing you, and the next minute they're confusing you, right? But Spirit said you don't have no more confusion. You got peace and harmony within, okay? One at a time. Come on now, Spirit. Tell me about this rabbit energy, this actual matter energy. It says money or prospect or property through an inheritance or winning a windfall in the past. When they had you in their life, when they were intimate with you, that was like a jackpot. I feel like they couldn't lose. You know what I mean? Sometimes you are someone's lucky rabbit's foot, if that makes sense, right? You are somebody's blessing. Their association with you keeps them abundant. And for that to be in the past energy, maybe you both felt like you won. Okay. But I also feel like you were a lucky charm for somebody. Mm-hmm. But this is past energy. Tell me about firecrackers and excitement. Celebration, fun, and enjoyment. So currently, there may be some celebrations or some celebrations coming up because this is in the current energy. You could be preparing for something exciting. Tell me about fire. Oops. A chain of events that will affect your life. And this is a strong passion, love, or hate. But a chain of events will affect your life. We're going to clarify that. Tell me about the broken ring spirit. Ah, Granny B Day coming up. Yup. What day is that again, sis? The 21st? Or the 28th? Come on. Again, welcome to the channel. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for coming. If it's your first time, welcome. If not, welcome back. But I appreciate you being here. Could have been anywhere on a Saturday night. 21st. Okay. So increase in material wealth or spiritual growth is in a challenge and a lesson. Then we got broken wing. Okay. Now it's becoming clearer. So with this situation, whoever this person is that you felt like blessed and all of that, the challenge and the lesson is this union broke up because we got the challenge and the lesson is broken ring, parting of the ways and romance and or business, right? So whatever commitment, it's not working out. Then we got what you need. What you need. I'm on live. What do you need? Hurry up. So then we got increased material wealth for spiritual growth with the broken ring. What that's given to me is that not being around them is a decrease. You know what I mean? It's a decrease. Challenge and lesson. Then peacock. Tell me about this peacock though. I also feel like somebody's trying to get your attention by showing off. You know, this is somebody like they would go buy a new car, drive by your house or your job or something like that just for you to see them. Try to be somewhere where they normally know you are. This person wants to be seen by material wealth. But I feel like they're struggling and it's emotional and it's a chain of events that's setting this off. You know, when you're with somebody and you are good to them, Nine times out of 10, there's some blessings that come out of that. But when you're with somebody and they're not good to you, the chain of events sets off. That's when spirit sets in. That's when karma sets in. That's when you start to see losses with somebody. When people will do a lot to make it look like they aren't losing. You know what I mean? And then deep friendship with someone of the same sex. I'm gonna tell you something right now. This person could be bi. Also, I feel like you might, if you see this person out and about, they're out with a friend. They're not, you don't see them with a significant other, right? I don't feel like it's that. I feel like you see them with their bestie or somebody that they are besties with at the moment. You don't see them with other relationships. They trying to wild out and ball out or show off amongst their boys, if that makes sense. Maybe show off for you or to them about you, but they're showing off. That's what Spirit said. And then bottom of the deck with the wind chimes and the peace. Yeah. Birth or conception of a child and or enterprise. So you could be over there birthing children, meaning moving on with your relationship, or you could be starting businesses. You could be starting a whole new life without this person. Let me see, make sure. Oh, wow. What's up, Carmen? I ain't see you there. Hey. Mm, gang, gang. I don't know. Yeah, this person, when you got the clarity and the insight that you needed to move on from this person, you over there start this, every video I've seen, every person I talked to that has left a situation, and not just left the situation but started to heal, has birthed something new. Like it has replaced um that that time and attention that they were giving this person. That all that free time that they have, it's almost like a veil being lifted, and then you go, I could be going to school. I can get certified in this thing. I can start this business. I can get this new job. I could become this. I could become that. And it starts to click how much time this person took out of your life. You actually don't calculate. A lot of times you don't. You just go on and realize, oh, wow, now that I have the free time, I am now going to take this time to go become a nurse. I'm going to take this time to go, you know what I'm saying, start this financial planning business. I'm going to take this time to do all of that. Why? Because you're not given to this person anymore. And their fixation that you might have had on them no longer exists. So let's go to some lights here. So somebody got freed up. Your person is still trying to get your attention though. I'm gonna tell you right now. They got a lot of pride, a lot of ego, but they are trying to impress you. They're not. And I feel like some people, it's sad because all that energy that they putting into trying to impress you from afar, all they have to do is put effort into themselves. All they have to do is become better. Hmm. Right. Yes, release yourself with self respect and strength. Exactly. But, you know, people will still want to see if you're going to hurt yourself. If you're going, hurting yourself means crossing your own boundaries. Hurting yourself means um, just keeping a peace to keep them around. Or hurting yourself might be tolerating something from them that you know you don't need to tolerate, but you got a soft spot. You know what I'm saying? This person wants to see that they can have your attention, your time, and your thoughts. And every expert I know is saying if that person played with you before, if you look like you're going to give them attention, they're going to play with you again. Tell me more, spirit. They're not meant to get it right. Not always. They're not always meant to get it right. And if they did get it right, trust me, they wouldn't have to peacock for you. They wouldn't perform for you. They would just show up and be real for you. Mm-hmm. So this person was very chaotic. Mm-hmm. Nothing them. Right. This person in past energy was chaotic. Remember I don't know if y'all heard it because I can't remember from the other live to now. But some people will keep you in a confused state. I don't know if I said it on this live, but some people will keep you in a confused state. You don't know if you coming or going with this person, and the confusion is where they keep you because they're confused, they're dramatic, and they don't want you to have clarity because then they can't play in your energy, right? So you got somebody that's full of chaos and drama. Hi, Jasmine. Chaos and drama. Tell me more, spirit. Oh, you choosing somebody else. I feel like some of y'all have a new relationship on the way. It's a choice. It's a celebration, and it's exciting. Maybe somebody trying to date you. You know what I'm saying? Because that's lovers is clarifying the current energy of celebration and get. So wherever you go for a celebration, it's possible that you may meet somebody, but you're making a different choice than this person. You're making a different choice than to put energy into them. Hello, Chantal. Shanna. Can't say that right. Shantano. Shantanu. Good morning to you, too. It's good evening over here and good morning over there. That new. Mm-hmm. That new. Oh, okay. So, yeah, the chain of events with this person not cooperating with you is going to lead to karma for them. Then it's not going to work out. Mochi! Tell me more, Spirit. What's the challenge of the lesson? Oh, Five of Swords. So this person, they're sitting there scratching their head going, why didn't first of all, how did this break up? How come it's not working anymore? They scratching their head trying to figure out when did you wake up? And how did you wake up? And how can they put you back to sleep? And that you will tolerate their nonsense again. How come, you know what I'm saying? How come and why? They're just scratching their head right now. They don't understand the what, with, when, where, and how. They're just sitting there going, damn, I'm ambitious, but I feel defeated. I was trying, but nothing's working because they're not trying. This person is being the same. Being the same. And you saw through the nonsense, or you realized through the nonsense, this ain't it. Yep, they bullshit didn't work. Tell me more, spirit. Like, share, and subscribe. Yeah, you woke up and you made a decision you didn't want to have to make, but you had to do it. It's like you got off the fence one day and you just said, you know what? Enough is enough. You ain't going to do it, I'll do it. You ain't going to do it, I'll do it. And yeah, and this causing this person to kind of like fan out and do all they can to reach you, to kind of reach you through visual means. I feel like this person does not have um the courage, the gumption to speak to you. Honestly, I feel like they would rather keep you in limbo. They would rather keep you hanging on. They would rather similar to last night, sticking your energy type thing. But I just feel like with this person, or night, not last night, the night before, this person forced you to make a hard decision because they didn't cooperate. They're in chaos. They're in this ambitious energy of nothing, really. It's more of a how can I get you to do it for me kind of stuff. Meanwhile, you got something to look forward to with the Lover's card. And we got Eight of Pentacles. You working on something. So this is good energy because why? It says birth or conception or a child or enterprise. And then it says peace and harmony. So this is overall energy. This forces you into focusing on you. So the past always impacts the present because if you let it. Why? Because there's always a lesson in it. And what I'm getting here is that this whole situation for you was a catalyst to birth a new you, a catalyst to birth whatever dreams and plans that you had, right? Unfortunately, you had to deal with somebody who wasn't shit, who didn't cooperate, who's still in chaotic energy, who's still not really getting it that they need to change and grow or be better, whether you are with them or not. A lot of people don't see that. You know what I'm saying? And then you got Eight of Pentacles. Spirit is saying, look, my child, I am blessing you with new enterprises, things that will replace the energy you used to place on them. And not only will you be happier, but it'll bring you new blessings, but it's going to bring that money too. It's going to bring money. Uh, yeah, ain't no change. Peace, Tuesday, how you doing? That's what I'm saying. Like when the grand scheme of things, when you step back from the relationship and you move on, you spirit will get to show you 9 times out of 10 how they suffer for the choices because chain of events is here. The lack of cooperation is here. They suffer from a lack of cooperation, being hard headed, being stubborn, being picky, being whatever it is, combative. And it doesn't mean that it had to be physical, but sometimes people are mentally combative because they want to do things their way, even if it's not the right way, right? And the problem is that puts you in an abusive situation, whether it's mental, emotional, or physical. And what I'm getting is that you're pulling your energy back, even if it was reluctantly, and that you're able to plant the seeds of enterprise for yourself. And that means you win. That means you start to be able to celebrate life. So, yeah, is there somebody old in your energy? Absolutely. But this birthed a new you. This birthed other things. This birthed blessings for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Peace, bite. Peace. Oh, Queen, so you came back? But yeah. So, you freed up time to reinvent yourself. You freed up time to start making that money. That shmonya. You know what I'm saying? You got done with all their malarkey and their lies and their lack of cooperation. Because this person may have had a lot of passion, but they did not work well with others. This person didn't play in the sandbox well. You know what I mean? This person's very selfish, um, disruptive even. And they can't think of a way to to reel you back into the old you. They can't think of a way to get you to hurt yourself all over again. They can't figure it out. And then so you made a decision, even if it reluctantly, for them. But I'm telling you, this person is out riding with their homegirls or homeboys, showing off to try to get your attention. To maybe, I don't know if it's to make you jealous or make you want them. I don't know. They got to kind of twist it mentally, twisted, because I feel like this person thinks If you see them, you're gonna be drawn to them, or you're gonna want them. But I don't think, one, you see them, but two, you're working on yourself. That's all. That's focus. That's all you're focused on. You, the peace and the harmony you're protecting, and then this enterprise that you're creating. Yeah, it's not gonna work. It's not. It's not gonna work. I don't know where that comes from. I guess upbringing or something, but it's just weird to me. Maybe it's because I'm a woman of a certain age that people will try to perform instead of grow. Yeah, it's counterproductive. Like, you can grow, you can change, you can improve your life, but you much rather stay in a low vibrational state and antagonize somebody who's not interested in being antagonized. You're not over there accepting breadcrumbs, or you're not um crossing your own boundaries with them. And so their idea is to still be the court jester and clown themselves for you, as if that's going to change something. It's weird. Weird, weird, weird. Tell me more, Spirit. Damn, I feel like we was on here longer than this. One at a time. Yeah, Emperor. I feel like if you're I feel like you're the emperor in that you became more disciplined. Um Spirit say you might be walking karma, because I know I am. But I mean, I feel like you're disciplined. This person wasn't, because that's a very contrasting, excuse me, energy with the Chariot in reverse and then the Emperor. So you upheld your boundaries. You pulled away to protect your peace and your harmony, but yet this person was on some chaotic nonsense. So you stepped in your masculine energy, and you stepped into, I'm the authority of my life. And what we not going to do is entertain all this chaos that you got going on. Nah. And that was in past energy. Tell me more, Spirit. Yeah, it's, the what's crazy, Carmen? It is easy to be fake and all of that, but it's not. It's actually the harder route. So you're right, but at the same time, when the reality of it is just actually harder, because you lose more. You lose more than you gain when you're fake. When you're not authentic, I was about to say authenticity. When you're not authentic, you miss out on a lot. I can't explain it, but there's way more losses than there are gains, because whatever you're going for or whatever you're doing in life is not real. Everything's fake, and it's a hollow win. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a hollow win. Ooh, I'm being nosy. Yeah, it's a hollow win. Thank you, Black Cherry. Authentic. I mean, because listen, all right, I'm gonna give you an example of being authentic. You go to a restaurant, they serve burgers. You like one particular type of burger. You want, let's say, Angus beef burger. They have Angus beef burgers, but the server comes over and says, we have these wonderful turkey burgers, and we have these wonderful chicken burgers. Now, you already heard that the turkey and the chicken burgers were dry, but the Angus burger was the best. But the server seems so excited for you to try the turkey and the chicken. A non-authentic person is gonna go with, okay, I'll give it a try. instead of sticking to what they really desire, which is that Angus burger. You really want that Angus burger, but you didn't want to hurt the server's feelings, and she was so excited. You just went with what she went with. Then you get that daggone burger, and it's just as dry as you heard it was, because you cannot say no, or you got to be fake, or you got to please people. That's what inauthentic people live with. And they might win a prize, but it's usually a prize they can't use, or a prize they don't want. They don't win well with that, because it's hollow. It's a hollow win. Yeah, okay, yep, because you got to keep up appearances. Chaos is how they feel important. Yeah, I guess so. If they need somebody to fix something for them, right? hmm And then the strength card. Oh, listen, you moving on with your chest out. Okay, you have moved on with your chest. You have made another choice with your chest out. You are holding back from anything else that does not serve you, and you are only focusing on the true love that is coming your way. You are celebrating. You have something to be excited for. They can't take that from you. Even if that's what they want, they can't take that from you. Yep. Imagine, like, your significant other buying you clothes and shoes that don't fit, but you wearing them because they bought them. But the shit don't fit. It hurts your feet. It's the clothes are too big or too tight, and you look a mess. But you wear it because this person wants you to, when you looking like clown. People are asking you like, that don't fit, right? Your shoe is about to come off, or your toe about to poke out. You know that, right? And imagine saying, well, my so and so bought this for me, so. hmm And then we got the Queen of Wands. Listen, I don't know who this karmic heifer is, this Jezebel energy that keeps following us. But it seems like a lot of these readings are rooted in a karmic feminine energy who is very highly sexually charged. Okay? Somebody who is a seductress. Can't even talk. They seduce, even if it's just mentally. It doesn't always have to be physical, right? But they seduce a person into misbehavior. Okay? Because now you got three, which means this person is a wedge or a third party. This person, this is the chain of events that's happening that's causing this person losses, and the loss of you in particular. I just feel like, they say you need some sort of delusional energy to win, but sometimes that delusional energy, if it's directed the wrong way, is detrimental to somebody. It will hurt somebody, really. It'll cause them major losses because they're believing things should work when it's not supposed to. Ooh. And in the challenge and the lesson, so this person's mother ain't shit, and this person no longer has control over you. So this might be a dusty, musty, crusty, somebody dusty child trying to hit on you. The Empress is the mother energy, but she is in a challenging lesson. So whoever they learned the manipulation from was, in fact, her, the mama. So even this Jezebel energy over here, that Queen of Wands could be um a girlfriend or a wife or somebody else in their life that's who they resonate with. They don't always get along with them. It could be an ex, but that's who they resonate with. This type of energy. because they get it from their mama, which is this Empress in reverse energy. So the Empress in reverse has got this person in some confusion energy, thinking that they could take advantage of people, that they can manipulate people, that they can heart collect. But now with the devil in reverse energy, that don't work the same. I guess you know what it is? Like mama taught them the tricks, but the tricks ain't working no more. And now they scratching their head trying to figure out why. Yeah, bad influences. They can't figure out why the methods they learned from her is not getting them anywhere. They don't realize it was never meant to. More spirit. It's always dear old mama. Mm-mm-mm. Or dear old dad. But see, the masculine energy and the past energy is in the upright. And that's your energy. Protecting yourself and your boundaries. Being more strict and disciplined with you. They don't resonate with somebody like that. They never had that. What according to this emperor in the past energy, they didn't have it because through you, meaning you protected yourself. That means this person, um, y'all definitely don't resonate because the empress in reverse is all the negative queens. So she's mean spirited, rude. She's emotionally manipulative. She's actually manipulative and either barren, meaning she causes a lot of losses and no money. Oh yeah, oh yeah, emotional, mental queen. Oh, and she ain't got no money. Yeah, she's draining financially as well. Yeah, they didn't work for her, and they not working for them. But see, when a child, male or female, grows up in a household with a parent that does not get consequences for their actions, that especially in front of them, they grow up thinking, or at least their parents could have been hiding consequences, but they grow up thinking that the parent is right, that there's nothing wrong with their behavior, and that they too can do the things that that parent does. The problem is that parent has been getting consequences for their action. The child never sees it because they're good at masking. They're good at hiding it all. And that's the problem. Tell me more. One at a time, please. One at a time. But you had to make a decision. Regardless of this person. Yeah, I was about to say to cut the cords. But this person, you can cut the cords all you want. They keep trying to tie themselves back up to you. This person is stuck in there in your energy and they're not trying to let go. But you know, it's that card is also known by some readers as toilet paper torture. And why is because this person ruminates in their head. They're not tied to you, but they ruminate in their head about you. Right? They can't let that go. There's an addiction to the coming back and forth that you all may have had in the past. The thing is, there's no more coming back and forth. And you had to cut the tie even though you didn't want to, right? But because this is my reluctant to make a decision, but yet the decision had to be made card. So you had to cut that cord. But this person is still like, no, 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 I think we could put this together with the toilet paper, which you know ain't nothing. Nothing but something mental. And then we got Seven of Pentacles. You are invested in yourself. Eight of Coins. You're going to get it. You're going to get it. If you ask anybody, actually, I could send you videos. That's in my watch now, later, whatever you call it, previously watch. People that fumble you could stay in this energy about you forever. Okay? It you know, they will always regret losing you. And they will always hope that you would possibly return, that you would possibly forgive them. You would Give them another shot. Even if they fuck it up, they still want another opportunity. So, yeah, these people could show up in your readings forever. Not that every reading is going to be like that, but they'll show up. Why? Because there's always somebody that's still thinking about you, whether you think about them or not. There's always somebody that wish they could have, they should have, would have, could have done you better than they did, but they didn't take the right opportunity with you. There's always somebody like that. Always. There's no, I honestly, the more I've looked into it, because I had to, I had to understand myself, like, well, what is it? Like, people fumble folks all the time. Why are people still in each other's energy? And 9 times out of 10 is because they didn't do you right. Now they eating that karma for making a different choice. You've moved on. You're happy. You're not doing any of the things you used to do. And they miss that. 9 times out of 10, folks really just, what they miss about you is what you did for them. You know, if they didn't know how to love you, they at least miss what the benefits that they had about being around you. But that's not love. That's their selfishness. That's why 9 times out of 10, if they come back to you, it's, well, this happened to me, and I just really want to have my family back, or I just want to be with you again, and I just want to be back with you because I really appreciate you, and I understand what you went through and going through. We already know those types, right? And then maybe that happened, maybe that happened before, maybe, you know what I'm saying, you did that a couple times because you wanted to believe they would be different, only for them to show you there's no difference, there's no growth. So what do? You go heal, and you start working on yourself, overall energy. You start bringing in money. All of a sudden, opportunities come your way that would never have existed before. You were keeping all your attention on this person. So there's a blessing in it because you made some deposits, some spiritual deposits. You made some deposits. Now, Spirit is saying, okay, are you ready? Because it's your turn now. And these people are only a reminder of why you can't cross your boundaries, why you can't just accept them as they are back into your life. It doesn't work like that. That if you do, you're going to tank whatever you have, right? Do you want a piece of their karma? No. So they come, Spirit go send them a glimpse of them or a word about them in your life to remind you why you moved on in the first place. It don't matter if they over there worry about what the fuck you got going on. It don't matter. Because you have made that hard conscious choice that, okay, enough was enough. We're not doing that anymore. We're not in the standoff. We're done. And what I see is Spirit having you move on and work on yourself. Mm-hmm. And the thing is, they can have those Jezebels or their mother energy, that distorted feminine energy. They can have all of that. They're here to grow on this planet too. They're here for their lessons and their karmic retribution as well. If they choose not to follow their North Node and go toward the path they were meant to be blessed by, that's on them. But what you get out of it, what you learn because of it, is what the whole purpose of you being here. In this incarnation, you're here to learn your own lessons of growth and development, of respect and love and joy and harmony and peace and balance. You cannot know peace without knowing war. That's not possible. You cannot know peace without knowing war. So you had to have gone through something to be able to appreciate what you got going on now. You had to have experienced this to know what your boundaries are. Because I could tell you, At my big age, until I had experienced a couple things, and I want to say the last 10 years, that was a culmination of a lot of things. But once I finally experienced a couple things in a different way, it made me put boundaries up on everything. It made me understand how much boundaries are needed. How I don't need to ever cross them for anything and anybody. Why? Because I could end up repeating mistakes or people and situations and then right back into confusion like, well, I tried to love them. I try to give them benefits of the doubt. I try to listen. I try to understand. And there's nothing else for you to understand. Like, once you learn the lesson, learn the lesson. You can't. This one thing I could tell you, if you entertain bullshit in your life that gives you headaches, that stresses you out, that angers you, and then you entertain it again and you entertain it again, you haven't learned your lesson. Because you would not put yourself in any way, shape, or harm if you had strong boundaries and you learn that this is going to harm me in some way. You will not put yourself through the abuse of that if you learn your lessons. Once you learn your lessons, that person can't come nowhere near you, can't impact you, can't aggravate you, can't hurt or harm you in any way. Why? Because they're not welcome in your energy. You learned. You made a different choice. You got strength and you made choices. Yeah, you what you say? Trials that come to make us stronger, wiser. Yeah, courageous. Yeah, and we all got to go through it in some form before we learn our lesson. And you like us, you can keep it cordial, but sometimes cordial also can give possibilities to knuckleheads, people who just want to experience you again. Cordial. That's being nice. I was nice to somebody and it got me nowhere. Like nowhere with them. And then it reminded me that cordial shit don't work. It's over, it's over. Hmm. It's over, it's over. Like, can't keep entertaining the same bullshit and then acting like you don't. Then acting confused why it went down the way it went down. Did you say that, ninja? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the thing is, this applies to all relationships, right? There's no exclusivity of this is only a romantic relationship. This is platonic relationship, familiar relationships, family, friends, whatever, work relationships. We cannot allow people to keep playing in your face like you just can't. It doesn't make sense. People don't want you. They want to experience you. They want to watch you hurt yourself over and over and over again for them. And then let me tell you something, y'all that watch tarot. We all have experienced that number. I'm getting chills in my legs right now. We all have experienced that angel number sequence, right? Whether it's we seen 11, 11, 12, 12, I don't know, 17, 17, 666, all the way down to 111, right? There are times in your life, I'm sure you've had the run-ins with the angel numbers, and it seems like, oh, this is synchronicities. Spirit is screaming something at you, but it doesn't mean that synchronicity means you need to re-involve yourself in a situation. It just means spirit is screaming at you, trying to get your attention, to think about what you're about to do, or or what's about to happen. Spirit wants you to pay attention. Hmm. And then what you can do It's just, instead of placing those angel numbers on that person, and that, oh, that must mean we're meant, or before you delude yourself and, okay, something spiritual is happening with this person, release the possibility of that and just take it as the warning it is. If that person is meant to grow, to shift, to head on their north node in this lifetime, you won't have to look at a sign of synchronicity just to know it. They will present themselves in actual form, show you that they've changed, show you that they've invested in themselves, right? And then show you they could be consistent. They'll show you. And if a person can't show you, then nothing's changed. Maybe your mind, maybe you let go of the hurt, the pain of it all, and you're not as phased by them. That's cool. But, nothing's changed if nothing's changed. Each number has duality, good and bad. It's not always the good. Yeah, and that's what problem. I feel like that's the problem. Is that when we get into these spiritual spaces, we start thinking that when spirit shows us the numbers, we associate everything with something good, because, well, spirit is talking to me. Yeah, I mean, they are. But it doesn't mean that the person changed. It could just mean that they getting ready to spin the block again. This could mean that they getting ready to show off again. With the peacock energy, they trying to get your attention in some way. Also, I feel like the universe be testing you too. Let's see if they're going to think that this means go and make a phone call, or go show up at their house, or go show up at their job, or whatever. Let's see. Sometimes I feel like the universe be trying to test us, see if we stupid too. And um the crazy part is, like, some people just want to manifest you back into their life with no friggin' effort. Yeah, it's 11:11 right now. Yup. People want to They want to manifest you with absolutely no level of effort. They want spirit to do the job. They be praying to the universe. Universe, please make the collective come back to me. Please let the collective call me. Please make the collective go back to doing what they used to do for me. But won't do shit for you. It's something else too, because um them synchronicities will have you stuck if you let them. You see, I remember there's days, even still, I haven't had them in a while, but them days where I wake up to, well, not wake up to, but throughout the day, I will see things like, 444, 555, 111, 222, all in deep concession, all throughout the day. I look up at the clock, there go 333. Going back to do something, there go 444. Next thing you know, I'm seeing 555. I'm like, okay, spirit, what you trying to tell me? And now I don't get excited over that anymore, because I need your spirit, just spit it out. Just show me what you need me to see. I'm not going to be like, oh, the number. I don't care about them numbers the way I used to. I mean, because I see it could get you excited over something, and you still left with wondering why. So I don't get excited. I also have learned to speak to spirit in the way that I said, okay, I'll assign a synchronicity for myself. So if you show me that, it's telling me this, versus me trying to guess, Google and look shit up, or ask somebody. I know if I get this specific sign, you are showing me this. Mm-hmm. Yep. So I will sit there and I will say, all right, spirit, here's this sign of synchronicity. When I see that, you are explaining to me blah blah blah. You even tell spirit will even tell me that somebody's getting their lesson through a sign of synchronicity that I was hearing when I first heard about it. They were saying that that was how you program your spirit, and that's another way to kind of look at it. It's like you program your spirit in your language versus guessing, right? So when I see um my father's last name on a license plate, that tells me several different things that I have agreed upon with spirit. So it doesn't show up every day. It doesn't show up 50 billion times a day. But when it does, I pay attention to the time and the surroundings, the situation, whatever I'm thinking or talking about. And it is a confirmation of what it is that we've agreed that that means, if that makes sense. hmm And then I have a couple others that Spirit will give me. Um, just as they give me confirmation. One of them I can see every day. I'll never not see it when I walk outside. It tells me something very special, and I see it every day. I used to see it one way, and now Spirit's showing me a different way about protection. And every time I see it, I'm grateful. Like, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I see that every day, and it just reminds me that I'm protected. Mm-hmm. That's good, because when you assign that and then you see that, it's more of it's a confirmation, but it's how can I put that? It gives you a sense of peace, I want to say. Because when you see it and you understand how spirit is connecting with you, then you get a sense of peace behind that. Like when I see like I said, when I see my father or my ancestors' last name, not just him, that last name on that lineage is telling me, girl, you on the right track, you doing well, blah, 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 whatever. I know they are connected with me at that moment in time and telling me something I need to know. I also know that there's other signs of synchronicities that's letting me know certain people are getting their karma, or certain people are getting lessons, or that I'm protected or whatever. Once I see those things, I'm like, oh, okay, thank you, Spirit. Nothing to get excited about, just enough to know you're on the right track. So, I don't know, take it how it resonates. If it don't resonate, don't take it. So let me just rehash about the donations. So I contact the cat clinic for the cat. I got a picture of her in her little box outside. I'm gonna put that on the community page. But when I call the cat clinic for all that she needs, which is spading, um, vaccines, and treatment for her eyes and whatever else she might have going on. The lady's estimated about 200. I was put it at like 150, 200. So live donation readings will be collected on behalf of the kitty and the other initiative, which is a pot set from Mr. Raphael, not Ralph, but Raphael. Um, I don't want to put his picture on my thing. I think I might crop it and put a neck down type thing. But he's the man that we found a coat for, and he needs a pot set. He told me because he has a pot. Well, he didn't say pot set. I think he wants another pan. He said he only has one pot and it's hard to cook in. So I feel like it's only necessary to just get him a pot set. Problem is they're not cheap, and some of them ain't worth buying at all. Once you read the reviews, it's like, wow. So Sister Tuesday, hey sis, what's up, girl? Sister Tuesday suggested a particular pot set that she now has from Amazon. Don't know the name of it, but she sent me a picture of it. So, if you want to donate to either fund, you could donate on the Cash App on Sundays and Thursdays, and just say what it's for, and then I can split the funds in Cash App savings for the cat and for him until we get there. You know what I'm saying? T-fall at thrift stores. T-fall at thrift stores? Really? Oh, okay. Now I got a place to look. Because I'm telling you, these stores, I'm a shopper, but I have to read reviews because the box and the pictures is all very deceiving. Then you read the reviews and they be like, this is a piece of crap. It should have been free. It burnt up my food, or it did this, or it stuck. And I'm just like, oh my God. Like, they can cheapen a lot of stuff. It's crazy, though, the way they cheapen things. So I gotta put something together for him, so he get his pot. I will try to thrift store, but I'm gonna tell you right now, I gotta figure out when to go. Maybe during the week, because the thrift stores around here be having lines out the door. That in of itself is crazy to me, because what I've been hearing is that their prices is damn near regular store prices. I'm like, what happened to the dollar, $2, $3, red dot? Girl, they damn near got regular store prices now. Mm-mm. But the pot said that Sister Tuesday put up sounds nice, and I want to try for that. The cat I can't bargain with, because I'm already going to take her to um what they call it, it's the clinic that the nonprofits take their animals to. So I don't even know if they get a discounted rate on top of that. But baby girl needs some work. Um, Sometimes at cold nights she spend time in our basement sleeping undisturbed from the critters outside, and she really like that. Till it's the morning time and she like, hey, let me out. But she'll go down there, and I'm like, yesterday she got down there and got this box that I have, and I was like, come on, girl, come on, let's go. She looked at me like, I'm good. You can go ahead and shut the door. I'll be right here. Just don't forget about me. She just looked at me like, you can go now. I'm like, okay. You gonna be locked up tonight? She's like, I don't care. But she can't come around my cats, so that's it'll make my whole household sick, and then my bill be crazy. But yeah. So anyway, that's the end of the live. If you call the vets before and ask for help, girl, these people out here out for money. What I'm trying to get from a vet is something to sedate her, to put her in the carrier. They talking about trap her. I ain't got time and all that money to be looking for no damn trap. I also would like to sedate her so that I don't completely lose her trust. I don't want her scared to death of us and don't want to, and then out there trying to survive the streets when we got a bag of food for her and everything. I need something to sedate her behind so I can get her in that carrier. And some guy told me to ask the vet. He said ask the vet for some drops or something, but you got to give it according to the weight. So I got to find somebody willing to do that, because that place was like, you just got to trap her. I am not trying to get scratched up by this cat and have her mistrust us. The other thing is, I've already tried the local shelter. They don't do trap and rescues or whatever. I've tried the local cat rescue. They will not come out. This was us calling for over a month. Then I tried another one local to us. They wanted money. I might as well take her myself. Nobody want to come out for this poor little kitty cat. And somebody held on to her for exactly, and I mean damn to the day, exactly 6 weeks, which leads me to believe um she may have had kittens because she was looking a little porky. And I was like, I think you got something in there. And then she came back thinner. So I felt like somebody held on to her, let her have her kittens, and then threw her behind out or something. So she's a good little girl. She just feral. And I do not trust um bringing her in here. I cannot bring. I feel like they said she'll tear your house up. I don't even want to take that chance. I'll be crying. Y'all be like, I tried to do it, y'all didn't listen to nobody, and the letter in my house, and then this happened and that happened. I'm not doing that. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. Yup, yup. Little mamas. She's so cute. And her name, we call her Akira. Well, we named her Akira, but we call her E. Because she comes to, well, I say, you ready, E? Meow. She's a little sweetheart. And then my boy cat jumps on the screen door because he wants to see her. And then the girl cat hisses and cusses her out. But she ain't phased by either one of them. She see him like, mm-hmm. She don't meow. She don't hiss at them. She be like, you wait. When them people let me in that house, I'm going to show you something. Although she not getting let up in here. Mm. But yeah, this was cool. I'll be back tomorrow. We're going to do our live donation readings. And like I said, we know where that money is going. To my babies and to the man. I should say to my baby cat and then the man. And then hopefully he will be good for a minute. He can't get, he doesn't drive, y'all. He's in special needs housing for older adults. Um, I know that that's what it is because my father-in-law, we had gotten him an apartment in a similar one. The buildings are connected, so I know that he's special needs to a degree. And so some people just need a little help. Listen, I bought her a $33 house months ago. Yeah, she can go in here. She will not go in that little house. It's warm in there. It's insulated. You know what I'm saying? Got the little thick carpet thing. She won't go inside. She will not use it. It's actually sitting on top of the cardboard box that she does like. And then I got her, I went to Five Below and she's on a self-heating mat. So she was fine with that except for those hot days when she was laying on the concrete because it was a little too warm since it's self-heating. So yeah, I have Cash App. Is it on here? Let me see. No. Um, I can't put it up though. And did the pin comment disappear? The hell? Excuse me, y'all. Let's see. Yeah, I can't put it up. Only um Black Cherry could put it up or Lati, but it's Tarot B 101. So TAROT B 101. But yeah, I think I'm gonna put her picture up now before I forget again. Like when I'm done with the live. Yes, Tarot B 101. Thank you, sis. I'll put it up so that y'all can see my little baby in the little house. But she will not touch that. I'm so mad. You know, I had a cat years ago. We bought her a bed. I mean, him a bed. Um, some cat toys, brought it home, and I went under this cabinet to get some boxes out that, held food or whatever. The cat didn't touch the bed and immediately went to the cardboard and got all comfortable. And I was like, that cat bed went right back. I sent that back. And he didn't want to pay with none of the cat toys. He liked balls of aluminum foil until they got up under something and we couldn't get them. Until we had to clean up. Um, I don't think it matter because Tarot be 101. It'll come up, and I think my picture, my name starts with a D, so you will see it, and it'll give you a clue, Scooby Doo clue that's me. I think I have my profile pic on there. I have to double check. To be honest with you, I don't know. Might just have the letter D. And if it doesn't, I need to make that. I need to put that on there. But whatever. That's what it is. But I appreciate y'all coming. And like I said, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Probably be front facing. YouTube is about to give me some new um some new technology to test out on reactions. Now, I don't know when that is. It's supposed to be this month. I did the pre-screener. I did the pre-survey or whatever. And if they decide to go forward, we're going to try some reaction videos. I don't know how that's going to work here, but it's a new thing they're doing. So once it's set up, we're going to try some things out. Because I'll be having y'all react to stuff based on hearing it in the background, but it'd be nice to be able to see a video or something in action and then react to it. So anyway, thank y'all. I appreciate y'all coming. And check my community page in a few minutes and you're going to see my little baby. My little outside baby. All right, y'all. Peace and have a good night, y'all.